Okay guys, hopefully this stream should be working this time around. Sorry about that, lots of little issues here and there, but thanks for bearing with me. Yeah, sorry about that, just I've had a few issues with preparing the stream, but things should be working now, so hopefully it's working on your end as well. I'll just put the link into the Discord so everyone can actually join here. So I'm actually going to be continuing the demo of Mike doing the Jackie Chan animation. So we'll continue and pick up from where we left off. It'll just be blocking, continuing the blocking that we started. I'll focus more on the first half of the animation where he's actually breathing to start off with, and we'll move it from there onwards. So let me just put the link in here. Cool, alright. Let's do this. Stream has started. Click. Alright, cool. Hopefully we can get moving now. Sorry about that. Alright, cool. I'm going to put these on just so I can hear you guys a little bit better as well. So, where we left off here, these were our poses, and just 1 second. Cool. So where we left off, that's it. Cool. We've got Mikey in Jackie Chan's pose. I'll just do a very quick recap of where we were last time, just so for those that are just joining us now, they have an idea of what's going on. Let me just bring up Sync Sketch to see where our animation reference was. Sync Sketch. I'll do that every time I start streaming again, just so those that just joined us for the first time can see what we're doing. So let's put this guy here. Cool. So this was our reference. Jackie's fighting this bad guy. He dodges, blocks, dodges, gets hit. Bang. And yeah, so that's kind of like the reference that we're working with. And yeah, now we'll just continue where we left off. So blocking wise, I had this. He gets into that kind of whoa, goes back. That's kind of what I got done there yesterday. And today I'll be moving on from there and going into this section. The beginning where he's actually like breathing just before he... Oh, cool, we've got some messages there, let's see. Oh, we've got Jack in there. Hey, Jack. Well, I don't have to type, I can just talk. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How you doing yourself? See you're a regular. Always on the streams. Cool. So today we're going to actually be moving on to everyone feel free to say hi in the chat, just so I know you're around. Cool. Now, I managed to get about, let's get our poses in there, like I said. Besides all the tech stuff that we had, the tech issues, I think I got about 10 poses in there yesterday, overall. Oh, for some reason I've lost my controllers that I selected yesterday. That's a shame. But let's do this. Select all the character. I got about like pose 0 as well, maybe? 0. There we go. I got all these poses in there. I think it's about 10. I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got about 10 poses in an hour. I'm looking to fill up this section pretty quickly today. So we'll move on to there, and yeah, just let me know what you guys think. These look like they're on weird numbers, and what I mean by that is, frame 1, I should have a key there, but it seems to be, I don't know why it's doing that. Let's do this. Snap. There we go. Oh, that's it. They're just on like some weird in-between keys. No idea why it's done that. Let me just make sure it's not affected these guys. It goes down, comes up, goes there. Cool. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, I know. Like last time, it was just me talking, and I wanted you guys to see me miming, like lip reading. I thought you guys would be good at that. That's why I muted myself. But it's great to see you guys. Cool. Right, let's do this. Unfortunately, I'm going to go in there and have to select the controllers again. Why? I have no idea. Because I already done that the previous session. Like, I had all these selected. And all I should be able to do now is click this. Yeah, I already selected this. No worries, take us 2 minutes. Select the feet. Select the hips. Select these guys. All the main controllers that I'm going to be using that I need to keep selecting over and over again. Select the head. All the shoulder controllers. That guy. This one. This and this. Cool. Let's hit that and go all. Let's test it out. Click all. Amazing. We've got all our controllers selected. Cool. So let's go to frame 31. I want to quickly add this inhale exhale that he's doing here. And I'm going to animate this in a very interesting way. So I'm looking at his chest. He goes down, 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 down. Yeah, around here he stops. Yeah, around 13. So let's do this. Key. Let's do that on 2s. Bang. I just want some keys, that's why I've done that. Oh, why has it done this? Interesting. Why on earth has it done that? It just... all the textures just... well, I mean, there were no textures anyway. There we go. Interesting. Hey guys, what did I miss? You basically missed me opening the shot, Mario, and trying to figure out the textures. So I'm just starting right now. Perfect timing. So let's do this. Save. Version up. So you're here on time. Let's go to... where is it? Body Mechanics. Still part 1. Let's go to number 4. Click. There we go. We're just about to start. So... wow. It's really doing some interesting stuff there. Okay, cool. So frame 13 is at its lowest point, and I just want to capture that. You can see, depending on areas where I want to like make some small motions, so frame 13, let's go low. I don't want to see the controllers here. Get rid. So that's Jackie's lowest point. I'm looking at this guy. Okay, cool. So let's put this midway point, bring these guys down. Yes. Let me just close folders that I don't need, because my laptop seems like it's dying sometimes. I hope it's not. Yeah, see all those amazing little flickers? Why is that? Who knows? Cool. Alright. I'm gonna close this other window that I have as well. Cool. Right. I'll just use OBS to communicate with you guys. Alright. So let's go here. I just want to see what's happening. So I'm scrolling, I'm looking at his weight. There. So he goes down, starts to go up. Cool. That kind of gives me enough of what I want. So what I'll do is I'll grab these guys, bang them in the middle, bring these here. So we want a bit of an ease out. But I already know this section is the middle. Like, that is a bit too linear, like it's going up a bit too straight. I still want like a speed up. Let's look at the hips. Down, up. That's too much. So what I can do is I can keep him on the same level, go to scale, grab everything. I just want to see his lowest point there, pull that there. That way I can have him come down a bit more sharper and keep him there for a bit longer. So the motion up feels a bit more, like I don't want it to go linear. I'm just creating like stronger spacing, so the midpoint feels a bit more sharper. Yeah, and I'm just looking at what Jackie's doing in the reference, just to make sure. Maybe check the last one just to see if you've got something. Yeah, no, I think so. I think it's because like I've been fiddling around. That's to answer your question, Mario. I think I just need a graphics card update, and when I did do that, my laptop was running amazingly well, seamless, but then it affected other stuff which I needed to change, so I removed that latest driver and it's doing this now, but I don't want it to affect the stream, so I'll continue. But I'll definitely take a look at this later on. Cool. So I've done that for there, and I'm just focusing on the chest now. Let's put some keys on the chest. So I'm not looking at the reference at the moment, because I know what the chest is doing, the hips are doing. There, so around 13 or 15 is the lowest point. I would expect the chest to start rotating forward. That's when it's like hitting its apex in terms of leaning forward there. Oh, why is it doing that? Yeah, I don't want it to move like that. Maybe I'll use the hips for this then. Usually it should be the chest. I think that's a chest IK controller. I want it to be a FK controller. Yeah, it's not. Okay, that's it. Oh, maybe I was using this control, that's why. Yeah, we want this controller. Cool. Alright. So we set around here, he's leaning forward. There. Let's just say, if 13 is the lowest of his hips going down, 15 would continue, and I would say 16, 17 would continue as well. So there's a bit of an offset. And then he would start to like regain himself back up. And when he is going down, let's just pretend that his chest was rotating backwards, or finishing rotating backwards. Oops. There. Just one frame is enough. Let's see this. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Yeah, it's the thing with technology, right? I do miss pencil on paper. It's animating pencil on paper is the best. It's basically you have a rubber or an eraser and a pencil and a paper. That's it. There's no other, like, there's no constraints, there's no updates. I mean, the only update you'll probably need is just getting a new pencil if it's if it's broken or not working. Cool, let's take a look at this guy when he's breathing out. So that's too much. And then when he is going back up, just put this in the center. Let's have him breathing back up. This is just for me to gauge how much when he's leaning forward and backwards. I can always minimize this and increase it. Cool. Yep, that's too much there, so what I can do is grab these guys, bring them down. Because you want the offset to feel connected. I mean, that's the whole point of the offset, right? Because if you have it if it feels too much, like if he is leaning forward too much compared to how much the hips are going down, it's not going to feel connected. There we go. That leaning forward feels good, but the coming back up is a bit too quick. And I'm not even looking down, I'm just looking at perspective. I'd love to try the new Procreate Anim tool. Oh yeah, the Anim tools, like, I'd love to try the new Procreate Anim tool. Oh, you mean the Pro Dreams? I've actually got that. You know what? It was a love-hate relationship. Because I'm so used to things being so... I guess it's a bit like using Blender for the first time. I was a bit annoyed because I couldn't just do what I wanted to do. But as time went on and I had to use it a little bit more, I've grown accustomed to it. Let's put it that way. So guys, what I'm doing now is I'm using those arrows on the keyboard right next to the spacebar to go forward and backwards, and it's allowing me to kind of like somewhere in between going frame by frame and the play blast. It allows me to see the motion at a slower pace. So I'm looking at the chest and the hips. There. It's coming down a bit too quick around here. I want to delay it. It's getting there, but it just feels a bit too quick. And then I think this offset can be around there, like a little bit more. As cliche as it sounds, it needs to be like you just need to feel the weight across the body. Like when two things I'm looking: hip going up and down, and chest leaning forwards and backwards. And if you kind of like strike the right feeling, as in terms of weight, then you're kind of like there. So okay, let's see this again. That leaning forward feels good. Coming back, it's a bit too quick. What's like, let me know in the chat, guys, what is the one thing that you, I wouldn't say struggle, but like you find a bit challenging, like out of the 12 principles? Is it timing spacing? Is it posing, ease in, ease outs? Because everyone has that one thing. I mean, there could be a few things, which is fine because you're always improving your animations, but like, is there one thing that you're just like, oh my god, I really don't enjoy this? And if you do know it, look at the positive, because you already know what is not your weakness, but the area you need to improve on. So that actually is a positive. So yeah, just let me know in the chat what you would like to, what's the principle that you're just like, oh geez. Okay, so look, I'm looking at when the hips are going down, and the chest feels like it's doing the right thing. Maybe this lean around here is too much. I'm looking when the chest, when the hips are going down and they're slowing, the chest should be coming to a halt as well, or like the maximum of its forward rotation. So around here, there. But it just seems to keep going. That's what it looks like from this angle. Let's take a look from the front angle, or like side angle. I want to save this because I don't want to lose all that stuff. So now when you see him, he's breathing, he's doing his thing. See how like that feels natural? And I've managed to get that with two controllers, just the up and down on the hips, which drives the whole body, and then the chest. He's not only breathing, but he's keeping alive. There's obviously like small detail stuff that I'm going to put in afterwards, guys, just not yet. There's no need for that. So already, like, we've got 31 frames done. Not done yet, because I'm never happy with that kind of stuff. But let's see here. Now if I look at the rest of the shot, he's breathing, he goes back, he goes into that. See? We already have that aliveness in the beginning. I just need to add by the way, when I'm playing this, like the breathing part, does it look a bit laggy? Does it feel like it's very slow for you guys, or can you guys see it at decent speed? So just let me know. Cool. Let's see. Let's see what you guys are saying over here. Cool. If you guys can hit the like button as well, I'd appreciate that. It helps me show this channel to the world. Yeah, I'd appreciate that if you could just like that would be amazing. Yeah, besides that, just let me know how the if this is lagging. That's what I'm saying. Cool. All right. So 31 frames. Like I said to you guys, things will pick up fast after I do my first pose. For me, at least, that's how I find it. And now I just want to keep his head static. These are like, so I'm looking at Jackie, what he's doing for the first 31 frames when he's breathing. He's just staying still, and like I think I could just continue that head motion. So you see how the chest is doing that breathing. I can just add that animation on the head. Go into here. So I'm trying to animate in different ways just to show you guys. I can add the same animation. Go here, select that controller from there, and this only works for overlaps. I was going to go in there, do it like manually, but just to show you guys like different ways of animating. Grab the head, grab the control, grab the first controller for the rotate X, go into edit, paste. See, I've added that same kind of head overlapping. However, it's going to do it at the same time. So what do I want? I want to offset this, right? So what I can do is, let's offset it by 2 frames. Grab this. So this is a trick that I do. What was it again? +1 equals minus. It might be. Nope, it wasn't this one. I mean, I can just do this. 1, 2. 2 frames forward. Click. Have this one coming down. So I've got the same animation. It's just happening 2 frames later. So meaning like the head leaning forward will be offset. Let's see what this looks like. It's fine. Yeah, like I'm looking at the chest and the head. That's pretty cool. Let's look at it from here. It's just too much. Like he's just doing this. It's correct what he's doing. It's just too much. Because don't forget, we got the animation from the chest and applied it to the head and then offset it. All we have to do now is grab the head animation. Let's reduce it by half. Clink. There we go. And if you don't want to hear me do sound effects, do let me know. There. See how that feels much more contained? There, when he's breathing. Cool. Now I'll do the same thing. Add that to the chest. So you want to get the shoulders with the breathing. That always helps. So initially it was the hips, chest, and now we can go for the shoulders. Let's see, should we use the translations? There's 2 ways you can animate the shoulders, guys. It's either translations or rotations. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Creating arcs with good spacing can be tricky. Yeah, I always, even when I'm blocking Jack, I make sure that the arcs are, I keep track of the spacing as well as the arcs. So imagine if I've got a pose that, like, you know, you've got your hand over here and you're going to go to that pose. You know it's not going straight. Like, whoops, there we go. I would always have a pose here, 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 just to create that like fine line that you want to create between those poses. So my breakdowns, I'll make sure I'm creating those arcs in blocking. Yeah, and it's for me, I apply that in blocking, and then when I go into polish and stepped, it's so much more easier. I think I struggle with appeal or exaggeration, but I'm really not need to animate more to be sure. I think appeal, here's the thing, Mario, I think appeal is basically all the 12 principles put together creates an appealing shot. I know it's one of the principles, but to me that principle is, how do you create an appealing shot? Well, you have a cool idea, great. You execute that cool idea efficiently, right? Well, to do that, you need to have good timing, spacing, weight, ease in, ease out, arcs, overlaps, all that kind of stuff. And all of that stuff put together with a good idea basically means, to me, that's why I really think body mechanics is important, because if you have an amazing idea, but like your body mechanics is not there, it basically means you have an amazing idea, but you can't execute it. So body mechanics is basically the 12 principles of animation put together. You have good body mechanics, okay, you just need a good idea now. So that's why it's like, yeah, you can have an amazing idea, but if you can't execute it, it's yeah, it just means you need to keep working on your body mechanics. So that appeal factor is just real polish, and yeah, it's a mixture of polish and an idea. And yeah, like you said as well, like it just comes with time. The more you do it, the better you get at it, and not just it as in one thing, as in like the 12 principles. Yeah, the more you animate, the easier it gets. Exaggeration is tough, and rely on reference. So the thing with exaggeration is, I'm not the best at multitaskers, so I can't like talk and do this all the time. The thing about like exaggeration isn't always like pushing a pose extremely. It could also be holding a pose and keeping a character alive, which is quite difficult. It's not the easiest thing to do. So, and if it is the kind of exaggeration you're talking about, where it's over the top, pushed, like Hotel T kind of animation, then it's just a case of like sculpting poses to make those appealing, really extreme shapes. And drawing does help on that a little bit. There's a point when you need to part with a reference. So I think that part, Mario, where you have to move away from the references, once you've taken everything you have from the reference, which is, for me, is taking the information from the reference now correctly, then you can push really, really far. So yeah, hopefully that answers some of your questions. So let's see what else is going on. Cool. Alright, if you guys can hit that like, I would super appreciate it. Alright, cool, let's go hurry on with this. So I want to like have a breathing on the hands. So but I want to make sure that when I'm rotating the chest, it's not affecting the arms in a weird way. It's got the mane, it's got the root, it's got the chest, it's got the shoulder. Cool, that's fine. So the rotation of the shoulders is not going to affect the arms. So the arms are kind of still pointing in the same place they should be. Alright, that's awesome. Let me see translations. Okay, cool. That's not bad as well. Alright, let's put some keys on the arms. Bang. And you know what? I'm going to take the rotation of the head. Copy. Puts it onto the translation. Of the shoulders. Because it's like the same kind of offset that I want. That's too much. Ouch. Okay, let's not do that. So okay, let's see what's happening. Let's grab the shoulders again. Let's get the translation. There. 15 is the lowest we want to go. Oh, I can't do them both at the same time. Let me try this then. Rotate Z. Yeah, these guys there. There we go. That's it. This guy should be going up. That guy should be just finishing, easing out, starting to come down, gets bigger. I'm creating that offset for the shoulders to go down and back up again. So if that's the highest point it goes to, and I'm doing both of them at the same time, because unless it's very intentional, they wouldn't be moving separately unless you have a specific performance. You know, you want like the right shoulder to roll and do something like that, but if it's just a breathing action, you want that to be quite realistic. And he's very contained in the beginning, so even though there's not much happening visibly, there is a lot happening mechanically. Okay, cool. Let's see the shoulders now. That's too much, but that's fine. What I can do is just reduce all of that. And let's grab this one first. Let's do this. Let's look at the left shoulder. Yep, that's fine so far. Let's grab the other shoulder. Let's take a look. Still a lot for me. It's just too much. It's like, feels a bit, you know, boing, boing, bouncy. We don't want that. You want it to feel loose, not out of control. And I think it's this section here is too much. Do you guys have any animation related questions? Like, how did they do this? There we go. So that breathing is feeling looser. And now, see, I've just really focused on the stuff that I've added in there, guys. The hips, the chest, the head, the shoulders. Now I'm going to work onto the biceps and forearms. And it's the same thing happening. So let's grab some keys in here. Click that. I'm basically just going to animate this. I'm not going to, you know, because he's going up, up. That would be, no, I don't want that. Why is it rotating like that? No, I don't want that. I want the rotation to go up, even though it's, oh, okay, here's an opportunity to show you guys something. So I want it to go like this, but it's not doing that for some reason. It's like I rotate Y, it's going sideways. It's probably because, well, I don't know, it looks like a gimbal lock. So when you have a problem like this, guys, here's an issue to fix. Face stuff. My performance past time while posing related, because the point when you use reference. Okay, for Mario. Your question is, got any advice for face stuff? Oh, you mean like facial animation pose? So I see animation in like basics, body mechanics, acting, and facial. So I see animation like in 4 big stages. It's the bouncing ball stuff, which is the kind of stuff that I'm doing now, applying it to a stronger rig. The second part is body mechanics, like bouncing ball but detailed. The third part is like body mechanics, and now you're adding acting. So now your character moves, but does he or she or it move like I believe they're happy, sad, you add character. The fourth part, I think, is like the final piece, is facial, because like facial animation is completely different. It has the same principles, but it's like another level of it's just a whole different skill set. Some people are just like facial animation animators, and it's just a case of just studying how the face works and the shapes you can get. Because if you're like a VFX kind of animator, it's going to be completely different to how you would be animating faces in you know, in Disney and stuff like that, because in Disney they really push, and in visual effects they really try to contain. So okay, I want to grab the shoulders and I want to do a rotation order fix. So what that means is I grab the shoulders, I hit this rotation order, and the best one is, come on, I don't know why it does this all the time. Click. It tries to fix it for me. Because as you saw earlier on, even though I was doing the rotations I wanted, it was doing some weird stuff there. So let's go, oh, that one is the best. So for example, if I go over here, use rotation Y, oh my god, it's still doing that. Why is it doing that? Let's see. Object, world, gimbal. Yeah. That's interesting. Why is it doing that? Let's try one more time. Yeah, like around here. I just want it to... Let's try this. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm just trying to get this slow, kind of relaxed bicep movement. So let's see what he looks like right now. So he does that, and he goes into his little kung fu stuff. So I want to finish these arms and then move on. How long have we been doing the stream, guys? Just to see how we're doing with time. Okay, it's been just past half an hour. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. Awesome. Let's keep going. Alright. So let's just do one arm at a time, to be honest, just get these out of the way. Because for me, I'm thinking about moving on to the next part of the shot. So he comes down there, around there, that'll be his maximum where he's leaning back. Cool. So I just really need to zoom in here and just see when the arm is. There, that is his maximum where he hits his peak. And again, like I said, how much you have the arm going backwards is not that important. It's when it's going back, because you want this when the chest is starting to rise up, this guy's kind of finishing going backwards, and then you can, you know, like pull and push however much it needs to go back and forward. Oh, that glitch is really annoying. Yeah, that's too much. Too much. Are you you're talking about facial animation, Mario? Are you interested in facial animation, or are you looking to just improve your skill set on that? Because I do know some people just do facial animation for a living, which is, if that's what you want, that's totally fine. It's not my cup of tea. I do like having to animate stuff that are just different all the time. It just keeps you on your feet. Okay, let's check this shoulder, or the arm. Yeah, that's kind of what we want. It's too much going forward, but the backwards is fine. Yeah, it's this little section here that I'm reacting to. This is why I love the graph editor, because it shows you exactly what's happening, how much of it is happening, and it basically reveals. You can't get away from it. That forward there is a bit too much as well. And maybe part of the rotation that I'm having here is affecting the shoulder. So even though I've reduced what's happening, yeah, there we go, that's it. It's this section here from the shoulder that's affecting the arm. So I just need to reduce this bit a little bit more. Because I was thinking my curves, or my lines in the what do you call it, on my arm, the bicep, looks fine, but why are they still moving quite fast? There, it's happening around 15-16, frame 15-16. So whatever is happening there, I'm guessing it's the shoulder again. 15-16 around here. Yep, it's this little gap, this little moment here. It's quite big. So I'm going to reduce that, and I'll go back to the bicep and see what's happening there. If there's a big spacing, yeah, of course there is. There's massive spacing here. I was going to leave this demo for like next week or maybe Sunday, but once that I started, I thought, let me just open up and go into it. And yeah, so if you look at it now, guys, we've got that looseness around there, and it doesn't feel like it feels the right amount. The shoulder goes down and up, the bicep goes backwards and forwards. There feels like a little click, but that's because we're going from frame 31 back to 1. Actually, I don't even know how the face. Yeah, I mean, animating the face is quite complicated, Mario. So yeah, like I said, it's like a whole thing of its own. Okay, so now let's. There, that will be the highest point. You go up. I would go down a bit, start to chill, go up. So let's see. Around there, it should be rising up, finishing, then starting to come down. There. Continue. See, as I'm moving these keys, I'm keeping a close eye on when it should. There. There, that's a bit too much. Should start to come down. Hold. That is the lowest point we go to. Bring these guys down. Like I tell my students to stay away from the graph edits in the beginning, but that's because I don't need to see a lot of poses from them to make sure the shot is going in the right direction. However, for me, I know it sounds like one rule for one and one rule for the other, but he's keeping still. I'm going to have to do this part anyway when I go into spline, so why not just like block it out in spline? Well, stepped. So let's see, the arm goes up, up, up. Yep, that one needs to go up as well. So just to get out of the way, really. That way I don't have to worry about this bit. And for the second half, I can continue with posing the body. It goes down, 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 down. Yep, that's too much. Is there anything that I'm doing around here that's kind of confusing you guys? Like, oh, you're animating too fast, or you're not telling us. I am trying to explain as much as I can. Let's see what's going on in the chat. So Jack is saying, yeah, I've not even started to learn, just from body mechanics. Honestly, Jack, like, if you have good body mechanics, it tells me that you have a good understanding of like the principles, and then if you have body mechanics, that's great. The rest will come. For me, the issue is if your body mechanics is not there, it means that you need to really understand the principles. And sometimes I think people go straight ahead into like really difficult stuff too quickly because they want. I mean, I get it. Nobody wants to just do like a boring walk stop. It's boring. Like, I know there's not. Nobody wants to do animation for that purpose. But if you can't do that at a high level, then how are you going to do something more advanced? You know. So if you can do like the boring stuff at a good level, then your path is kind of a bit more open to do more difficult stuff. So okay, let's see that arm there. I think it's cool, it's just too much. The amount I'm doing is fine, it's just too much. Like the amount as in like when it's happening. So I'll just grab these guys and go, okay, let's half that. Okay, let's see what this looks like. So just this arm now. There, that looks... So, hips, chest, shoulders, biceps, and tricep. That to me is looking good. The only little click thing happening over here is because it goes to frame 31 and then it snaps to 1. So, I'm not making a cycle. So, hopefully that... And now, if I play the whole thing, let's go to frame 60, I think maybe 70. Seeing like maybe just under an hour, I got that out of the way. I've got the overarm to do as well, but 30 frames done in an hour, that's not too bad. There. And then we go into the super fast. Alright, let's get the other arm out of the way and then we can just move along as we were. Let me just save and version up. Do we have any other people in the chat? We've got 3 people watching. Anyone new that we haven't spoken to? Just let me know if you guys have any questions. And if you want to share the link to the stream, anyone you know that might be interested, just yeah, feel free to share the link, guys. Bring your friends over, anyone interested in this kind of stuff. Cool. So, there we go, look how many frames we got now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24 frames, and maybe like, we did an hour yesterday, we did 40 minutes now, hour, 40 minutes, 24 frames, it's not so bad. And especially like the first 31 frames that we've done is quite detailed. It's basically like close to finished animation. So I just want to speed this up a little bit more. And select these, put some keys, click, OK. Oh, and the great thing now is I want this arm and that arm to kind of move at the same time. So all I need to do is grab these guys, copy, go to this one. The most important thing is when I put the value that I want to put in here, it's going to snap to what this is. So I just need to note where I started, like minus 54, 56-ish. So when I do this, paste, whoops, I just need to go in here and go grab that guy, 54, 56, 54, 56, around there. Now look, dunk, see? That's pretty cool, right? Like I've managed to get that animation from this arm to here very quickly. It's like now I just need to offset it, and I can do the same thing for this arm. Grab the animation from this guy to there, copy that, and go to this one here. I just need to memorize where this was, the position, which is 77 value. Delete these guys, grab this, 77, paste, because it will go back into the position of this one. I just need to grab the whole lot. Where's 77? Pull down, down, down. I'm looking over here. 77. Cool. Now, let's see. See? There you go, guys. Done. All I would need to do now is just have this and this arm going down, not at the same time, so it doesn't feel like there's a slight, offset. And I can do that with I could just do that towards the end when I'm splining stuff, but I'll leave it like that for now. Like I don't want to go into offsets when I'm still blocking too much. Cool, so that's 31 frames done. Let's go here, save. Let's go back out. Now we go to the fun blocking stuff again. Okay, let's play this just to see what this looks like. Breathing, go into that dodge. So yeah, that was let me start so that was a quick way of seeing how you can start to add a breathing animation onto your shots. It didn't really take me too long, to be honest. But let me see what you guys are saying. Let me see if anyone from the channel Discord wants to join the chat. Let me just post. 2 seconds. And what kind of animation do you guys like doing? Is there a specific type of animation you're interested in? Cool. Alright. So, how far are we? We are almost 50 minutes. It's not bad. So that's how many frames of animation done? Up to frame 50, 54-ish. Let's select the character. Cool. Let's continue from here onwards. So we got that. There. Oh, he moves his leg around here, so 54. Yeah, I want to grab this. He goes into this super cool move. Let's go to the 2 view. first I want to see where he's going with his body. He's going up and towards us. So that's basically up towards camera. And I want to get this leg shape, even though it's kind of black, I can still see what he's doing. There. And let's go back. See how he pulls his leg forward. Let's plant that foot roll. Pull back. There. I've put him up a bit too high. The reason for that is because of this. Look how his leg is... Nah, I think he's okay actually. Let's raise this. Let's twist towards us because that's really what's happening. His chest. Let's rotate that as well. There we go. Why is the head... Head scale factor. Why is the head doing that? Okay, there we go. That's why. Hey, welcome Ross. Nice to have you on the channel. On the stream. You know. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. We're going ahead with this blocking. I'll do a little play just to show you guys where we are. So we've done a breathing animation from frame 1 to 31, and then we've got all this out of the way. So we've got Michelangelo, breathing, whew, starting to go into his Kung Fu stuff. There. So we're starting to get into really all that like crazy stuff in there now. So yeah, let's see what's happening. Yeah, you're welcome to join the stream. Jack, fast-paced action scenes of the dream. Yeah, Jack, it's really fun to do cool fun. That's literally why I picked this, because I didn't want, like, even though having a character stand up, turn, walk, it's cool and it's very quick to do. This takes a little bit more time to do actually, because but I wanted to do something fun, and I hope you guys really like the like my animation of like blocking and presenting this to you guys and trying to make it as fun as possible. But hopefully the final version of this looks really cool, or like I hope, and because it is fun. But like I tell you this, animating fun mechanic stuff is cool, but the key thing is you want to like if you're doing action stuff all the time, you might just want to do some acting stuff after a while. That's what I find. Because after working on like Lion King, just doing cats all the time, I just wanted a break from cats. Even though, you know, cats are amazing, just it'll be nice to take a break from the kitties. But yeah. So action stuff, that's for you. Mario says anything that would be fun to watch. Yeah. No, I agree. You know what? Sometimes the shots that you expect the least end up being the ones you kind of enjoy the most. I tell you why, because if you're working on a shot in a studio and you're like, oh, that's an awesome shot, it might be that that shot has a lot of eyes on it, and what I mean by that is the client or your supervisor, they're like, oh, this shot we need to, so they overthink it, and what happens is you get so much feedback for potential things that they're thinking the client could want for the shot. And in the end, you just get burnt out, which is fine. You learn a lot along the way, but that's just one kind of side to having a cool, awesome shot. So now I'm looking at where Jackie's leg is. He pulls it back. Yep, that's why. He does pull his leg back, and it's in the air. Over here. Yep. Here we can have him lean forward a little bit. Twist the chest. I'm going to try going to toolbar mode. He's looking that way. I can't see the right hand arm, screen right arm, so I'm going to go Oh, okay. He's kind of like doing this X Wakanda kind of shape on his body. I couldn't see that before. There. Let's select the whole character. Okay, so that means he must be leaning forward a little bit. And he's leaning there. And slightly like this. And ever so slightly like this. Ah, cool. That means that we need to get this arm across. Okay, cool. If you guys can hit that like button, I know I sound like a broken record sometimes, but it does really help me. It's not a big channel that I have. So if you like this stuff and you want me to keep doing this stuff and you love hearing my voice, I don't think you do. Hit that like please, I appreciate it. Okay, so let's rotate the shoulders. And tune in to Wednesday. I'm going to be doing animation reviews of some student and animator shots, and you'll get to see me in real time go into the shots and, you know, do some drawovers and some sketches over the shots, try to get some cool poses for you guys, and hopefully we can give some nice feedback to you in the chat, and yeah, hopefully it'll be fun. Let's zero this hand. See, whenever you have these poses that are quite close to the body, they're quite tricky, but you just need to look for little moments of how you can add these in there. See, there's space between his chest and his arm. That means from this angle looks good, but from this angle I can pull it back in, making room to bring this arm across. So yeah, and again, we're working with a Ninja Turtle that's quite stylized compared to compared to Jackie Chan. Yeah, Jackie Chan's quite stylized as well, but yeah, you know. Cool, so we got that pose in there, and I want him to really look over to this guy like, what the, you want some of this, buddy? So from here, see how like Jackie's chest is more towards us? The reason why I realized that was because from here, if you look at his head, pop, he just pops up. So I'm noticing on this frame, he needs to be rotated much more towards us. So don't be afraid to, you know, like, oh, I've done that pose, I don't want to change it. Nope. If you need to change it, please change it. This pose, this neck is doing some interesting stuff. So let's do this. Let's put a key. Let's do small break. I just want to make sure that I can move that neck to get the kind of poses I want when I want. I think I asked this yesterday, but who are you guys' favourite Ninja Turtle? I think Jack said Michelangelo, and he said it quite convincingly as well. It's got to be Mikey. Do you guys have a favourite? Do you guys not even care? It is quite important, guys. That's the dude that we're animating. I think I liked Raphael the most, if I had to pick. But I think they're all pretty cool. Cool. Alright, so where are we? We do that dodge. See how the head rises up? I would need to rise the head up a bit more. See, that feels much more better. Oh, he's up, but he's got this arc. I can feel it now when he goes up. So that means he'd probably rise up more. But he's leaning back like this. There. I probably would need to get frame 60 in there, where he lifts his leg up. Let's see. He's down. 58, he goes up. So that means we need to increase this and go up. And at this point, if he's doing that, I would expect he goes forward. Can't choose a favourite, they're all cool in their own way, but I can see why Jack likes Mikey. I mean, he's like the goofball, isn't he? And Ross, I think my favourite is Donatello, but Raphael is a close second. Yeah, I think I like the I want to say evil characters, but I do like the more rough and tough characters a little bit more. But Donatello wouldn't be who he is without Mikey, right? And Mikey wouldn't be who he is without Donatello. I think they just complement one another. It's like what you just said as well. They work really well because of how different they are. And even like the what's the other? Leonardo, he's like the cool one, and Donatello, I think he's like the super nerdy, scientisty one. Yeah, they just work really well together, to be honest. Hence, it's called Ninja Turtles, not Ninja Turtle. Cool. Oh, there we go. He's starting to rise. This one here, you can rise him up a bit more. I'm like, this is a good example actually. What I'm looking, this is for Jack. See how his head goes there? That's cool. It's rising up. That frame, it goes back, so it's rising up, it goes back, and then up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate the head and rise it up in a way where it's following that path. It's like I'm creating that arc with the head. Let's pull this leg back. Let's rotate down. Let's see what this dude looks like now. He's breathing. Where? Yeah. Cool. It's getting there, guys. Let's see, how long is that? So we've spent just over an hour. So maybe we've spent 2 hours in total. Well, considering yesterday's lesson as well. So I think I can get some more. Wow, he's got lots of stuff happening here, isn't he? See, when there's a lot of movement happening, I want to try capture that as much as I can. Let's first save this. If you guys remember as well, I was saying how like the more keys I put, like once I get past that whole initial stage of doing the first pose, things start to really pick up for me. And let's pull the chest back. Let's straighten the chest a little bit. Get there, rotate left, open that arm up. Let's bring this reference down a little bit. I'm losing part of his body. Okay, let's bring this down to 2.5. There we go. We don't want to miss our main character. There we go. Let's straighten that arm a little bit. I'll tell you what, guys, put your character's color into the chat. That way when I look, I'm like, oh my god, that character's like invading the chat. So put your favorite character's color in the chat. Let's see that. Spam it. Don't spam it. Do what you want. But just as soon as I look, I'm like, oh, okay, orange is dominating. Cool. Let's get this shoulder over there. So, no colors in the chats. So, rise up. Over here he jumps up. So let's rise him up. Oh, he starts to go down on the second one. See, when I'm actually posing something, if I'm on frame 10 and I'm posing frame 12, and I'm like, oh, I'm super happy about this one. But when I go a couple frames later, I'm like, oh, hold on a minute. I need to readjust the previous frame. Don't be afraid of doing that. Okay, I'm seeing orange heart. I mean, Mario, you've written red, but I don't see red in there. You need to, let's see. We need something like this. Let's go. Yeah. If it's Team Red, we need to do this. At the moment, it's 1-0 to Michelangelo. That's the way I see it. Or this. I would say it's these guys. Where is it? I've only got like purple. Yep. There we go. So these are the 4 colors. Oh, okay, red. That's gonna. That's cheating. You don't get 3 points for that, but I see your passion. You guys are distracting me. I'm supposed to be animating. Where was I? He jumps up. Swing. Continue forward. Straighten this hand out. See, how can I animate with you guys? Doing this like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle War. Okay, and then we pull this arm back a bit more. Pull this one in here. This is quite a tough one. Let's see what the legs are doing. Alright, let's see what the upper body's doing. He looks up, straight to him. Then he leans down and like this. Oh, the chest tilts. well, tilts like this. Let's grab the hips, put the hips back in the same place. There. There's more of a rotation to the side. There. And I think the neck needs to lean this way as well a little bit. Yeah, that last pose is not the one. It looks a bit like Michael Jackson posing. You know, he has his arms in the air. Okay, let's get rid of this frame. No, not all the whole thing. Frame 62. Let's key that, let's save. Let's see what's happening in the chat. Okay. Okay, cool. So, we're getting there, guys. Now he's in this position, so let's see. Let's zoom out a little bit. He's breathing, he goes back. Whoa. Puts his foot down. I'm mainly focused on the hips and the legs at the moment. I can work the body afterwards. But rotate. Oops. Rotate there. There's a bit of rotation. Hips are going down much more. At this point the foot is planted. I call this like, at this point, I'm kind of in a zone a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay, things are kind of working, I think. So he goes screen right. Yeah. So look, he comes towards us, and then when he does land, he lands a bit. So he goes forward, lands back. That means this foot is going to be around there somewhere. Meaning, when we go forward, he goes back this way. So I want to push this forward a bit more. Now we jump back into the graph editor. Nope. There we go. This is it. It's this section. He goes back. Back. Do we have any anime guys in here? Or girls? Ladies? Goes back a bit too quick. What's your favourite anime, guys? I know this and that. Oh, we can talk about anime, can't we? Not a full-blown conversation about anime, but just to let me know what's your favourite. Let's work on this leg. Yep. Have that leg go back. See, I'd like to... Well, I'm realising this a bit more now. I do like to go into the graph editor and put the space... Like, what I'm doing here is not only am I making the leg go in the right direction, but I'm doing the spacing here in the actual, like, graph editor. See, that leg's going forward too much. Let's pull these back. Jack says he loves anime. I'm into a lot of old school stuff. Grew up with Dragon Ball. And, oh yeah, I mean, Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach. That was amazing. For me, it's got to be One Piece, like number one. I actually started off with just trying to see where Jackie's hand is. Okay, he's going forward. Cool. I'm looking at the screen right hand, trying to make something of it. I started with Naruto. Then when I caught up to the latest episodes, I went on to Bleach because of a friend of mine, just to kill some time while I waited for the Naruto episodes to catch up to the manga. And then afterwards, it was just I fell in love with Bleach as well. Finally, I caught up to all the episodes of Bleach, and I was like, oh, what do I do? Then he said, oh, One Piece, and I said, no, I can't, man. I like One Piece, and no, I like Naruto and Bleach too much. I can't do that. He said, trust me, you'll like this. And lo and behold, it became my favorite, and the rest was history. So when he goes down, look what's happening to his head. It's like a C shape to a backwards, so it's something like this. Come on. At this point here, Jackie is leaning forward like this. The head's there. Then the second part is the opposite is happening. There. So I want to make sure I apply that across the body. Chest is doing that. Let's pull the neck back and then pull the head up. That's too much rotation. There's too much rotation, but we can pull back from that a little bit. There we go, there's this guy here. Can have a bit of more motion there. And the abrupt motions that you have sometimes in there that you can't see. Goes back. Stay there. Move back. What is Jack saying? I watched One Piece on Cartoon Network as a kid, really need to catch up. Oh, you can't watch it with dubs. That's terrible. That is so bad. You need to watch the animation with the original, like, Nani? Nandate? Proper Japanese. Because, like, the translations actually, if you really follow the anime itself in Japanese and then you watch one or two episodes in dub, it's like almost a different animation. The way they dub it is so different. It just feels like it's been washed down. That's kind of the word I'm looking for. Alright, let's see what this turtle's doing. Whoa, let's dodge, get in there. Whoa. When I'm doing this is over here, I'm making sure that our character's spacing of the shoulders and the arms are helping it go into the next pose. Cool. So let me get some key poses around here. There's a lot of like small poses that I've added in there. Okay, so he's punching. That's the punch around here. That's the contact. 69. So we want to get this one in here. That's a big one. So he's standing exactly where he is. It's a big rotation of the body. So let's get that in there. So I want to turn him all the way towards screen left. There, that's how I want to start him off, because he's almost side on. Well, he is side on, like he's rotated his whole body. That is our next level. Yeah, no, it's that. I do not disagree with you, Jack. I mean, I always say if you want to watch something, watch it in the original, and then try watch it on a dub. You'll have nightmares. Literally nightmares. I did. I won't do it again. I don't advise you guys. Okay, so he's fully turned that way. I'm guessing the chest will be rotating a bit as well because he's swinging this left arm. Let's really get that arm straight. Slightly turned this way. There. Straight in the forearm. This was like a super last minute stream that I ended up doing, guys, so thank you for tuning in. But I was eager to just like do more of this here. So this is one thing I want you guys to keep an eye on. See how he's twisted his whole body? Even though we can't see his leg, like this screen right leg, based on where he is, if he turns his leg there, he would have a foot roll and a twist. So even though I can't see it, I know it's there. And the more you animate, the more like these kind of things will become a bit more familiar to you. So just by looking at here, I'm thinking it's doing this, and also it's doing that. But remember, it's twisting from the point it's at, so that foot there, I want to use like that pinky, like the, not the pinky, the index finger, or like the middle one here. I want to rotate from there. That tells me that he needs to be a bit more this direction as well. Like this. Or let's see, let's select this guy. Leaning forward a little bit. This is leaning forward a little bit. There we go. If that hand is punching forward, so I'm looking at the other hand in the background, it's going back. See, I can see as like just around here, I can see where it is, which gives me an inkling to where it needs to be, which tells me, alright, let's pull this arm back. Because if you've extended, when you pull back, the bicep goes back, the forearm goes back into its socket as well. So something along these lines. Whoops. I want to grab the shoulder, not the chest. Let's do this. Tuck it close to the body. That looks much closer. There we go. And you remember the pose that we added in the beginning? It's still there. Like for the fingers. That fist that we created, it's not changed. When we're pushing the hand out, the arm out, shoulder goes forward. When we're pulling back in, it's the opposite there. Thing we can do with rotating him forward a little bit more. There. Feel that push. Select this. Delete this guy. So, we've got about 70 frames. We're doing good, guys. We're animating this, not me. Let me see how many people are still around. Who do we have in the chat? Oh, it's the usual suspects. It's the usual suspects. Alright. Let's see what else we can get in there before we finish. Oh, he's got like a big kick and a jump. He gets there. Yeah, around here, like 62, I've noticed when I'm scrolling, Jackie does that punch, but as he does that, he leans forward at 62. So we need a... So from leaning back to forward. Let's see how much I can get with this. See like how the chest is a C shape here? And then when he leans, that feels completely different to me. I think he's leaning back too much. How are you guys finding the demo? Hopefully it's helpful. Let's go screen left a little bit. Straighten this arm. Maybe it goes down a little bit. Let's drop the shoulder down as well. Raise the head up. I'll try to grab some key poses here rather than like small stuff, but it's just quite a few things are happening, so you want to capture that as much as I can. I know I keep kind of like saying the same thing, but let's try to get this extreme pose where he's trying to jump out the way. Let's hit that. So what does he do? He jumps up. Oh, he's in mid-air. Okay. It's a pretty funny move that he's doing there. I mean, that's part of his gig, right? He's a comedian slash martial artist. It's super in your face. Hold on, where's his hips? His hips are there. Go up. I'm just trying to get the pose correct from where he is right now. Then I can just like push things around afterwards. Again, he's an Ninja Turtle, so posing the same things would be quite difficult. I can't see the other leg, but I can assume what it's doing. It's doing something like this. and sometimes I just like to zero out the chest or like the body rather than continuing from the same pose, just so I can well, just zero it out really, so I can start from zero. And like, if there's, rather than making that pose, so for example, if I push the pose too far ahead and I'm going to the next pose, I might be making the new pose look like what's in the reference, whereas if I zero all the keys out, I would know exactly how much I need to rotate the body overall to create that current pose in the reference. So can I use this on my reel? So what is that, Jack, you're asking? What do you want to use on your reel? Can I use this on my reel? Let me know what you mean. Can I use this on my reel? Cool, I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. That's quite a few things. We've got the first half done. We've continued blocking this little kung fu moment here. And I'll try to get the rest out on maybe Thursday. I'll do like a marathon of like blocking this stuff out. So I'll keep going. For example, so Wednesday we've got our we've got our animation reviews from students, and we can do Thursday and Friday. Thursday we can continue with the demo. So I'll do it like a marathon. So where are we right now? So we're here. Breathing, dodge, and then we go for the kung fu stuff there. Cool. We didn't quite get to the 100 frame range, but I think that was like 2 hours. I think that should be good enough. Alright, hit the like, guys. If anyone's just jumped into the stream, show some support if you can, that would be amazing. I really appreciate it. And if you have just logged into the stream, we've basically done from frame 1 to 31ish, the breathing section. And then we've added some more like poses here for the kung fu stuff. And I think the next session will be the part where we continue from like 70 to 100. And yeah, that should kind of wrap up most of this in there. See how many keys we've got. That's quite a few keys. But I'll wrap the rest up over here on our next session. So yeah, any last questions you want to ask me before I close up? Could do like a 5-minute Q&A before we wrap up. No? Alright guys, well I'm going to leave it there for now. Thank you for joining the stream. Hopefully you found that useful. Like I said, I will continue this and we'll pick up where we left off. And in the end, hopefully you guys will see me finish the blocking and then when I go into spline, all that other stuff. But my spline is going to be pretty quick. Spline and polish, I think. I hope so. Because I tried to put as much information as I can for this. But yeah, cool. I'll leave it there. Please hit the like and do comment on the video, like if you have any questions that I never got around to. We'll see. No one from me. Gone. Head off now. See you Wednesday. No worries. Thanks, Jack. Yeah, I'm just finishing stream now as well. So yeah. Any guys if you have any questions that I kind of missed or didn't get around to, put in the comments. I will get back to you, and I'll see you guys on the next stream. Yeah. See you guys.